Married at First Sight, season 13, episode 5. What was it? The keys to my heart. Girl, where do they find these people from Married at First Sight? All of these couples are just wrong for each other. They are the opposite of what the people ask for. And I am so annoyed this season. It's like there's not one couple that was matched to possibly work. Obviously, this is the season of the opposites because all these people got the opposite of what they asked for. I hope you was able to watch the live watch with me last night on my allegedly Janice. If you didn't, get over there, run on over there and watch. That is the backup channel to this channel. I'm trying to get it approved. You know, a lot of people are getting their channels deleted for whatever reason, but if we have a backup channel, something happened, God forbid. I hope that never happens to me. But that we'll have something to run on over there and just, let y'all know what's happening. Thank you for your love and support with my books, 23 Tasks of Guys. Yes, be sure to pick this book up because you can learn so much about different guys, ladies. One of the things I absolutely love Married at First Sight. I love the show because first they give me 10 people to talk about. But we can learn so much from the couples, right? And you know what I was thinking about this morning? Married at First Sight is exactly what we should not do as we date. Because what do a lot of people do? You meet the man and you do what? You jump all the way in versus date. What does it mean to date? Gather data. And I say this every season, some of y'all got mad that the couples are in fact married. They are married, but in actuality, they are dating. What does that mean? Did you listen to the jingle? They will be married at first sight. And at the end of 8 weeks, they will decide if they want to stay together or get a divorce. Why is it that you have to stay in this marriage? Because during the 8 weeks or however long they stay, rumor has it one couple didn't make it to the 8 weeks, but I ain't gonna tell you who. During the 8 weeks, they are gathering data. And on last night's episode, we saw the couples start to do what? They started to gather data enough to make an informed decision. Let's take this couple, Jose and Rachel. They are wrong for each other. I ordered my tambourine last night because the cousins in the comment section is saying Jose is playing the tambourine, okay? So I ordered my tambourine last night, okay? I need to see if I find me a nice, serious church hat. And of course, I am wearing my Dating Differently shirt because how many of y'all know we need to date differently? It's available on Etsy, okay? So Jose is telling Rachel last night, well, I want to provide for you and protect you, and what's mine is yours, and, I want to be there for you. And she's telling him, well, I didn't like you wanting to brush my teeth. I didn't like that too. Okay, I don't even like to see people brush their teeth. My husband has this bad habit of walking out the bathroom when he's brushing his teeth. And I'm like, but why though? You're supposed to brush your teeth twice the song of the ABC, right? 2 times I'll sing the ABC. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now I know my music. That ain't but 20 seconds. Why you need to walk out the bathroom? So I totally agree with Rachel. And so she said, well, I don't like you feeding me because I'm not a child. And I'm like, dum, let the man feed you. He want to feed you some food, girl. Let him feed you. Why, Rachel? Why you want to get married, Rachel? Because everything Rachel says, it's that of a single woman. You don't want him to take care of you. You don't want him to provide for you. You don't want him to protect you. You want to pull your weight, even though he is saying, no, I got this. I'll take care of you and so on and so forth. And then they were talking, and so far, nothing Jose said has given me like yet. Okay. And so they were sitting in the bed again, they were talking, and she was like, I believe in 50-50. And to the point, before they got there, Jose was like, well, you know what? Whatever works for you. Since she insists on providing for herself and being independent, while he is saying, no, I want to do these things for you. These are the things I think about, and I have prepared myself to be a husband, my translation, and I want to do these things for you. And she's saying, well, you have your life and your house and your money and your savings, and I want to pull my weight. So basically, he basically said, okay, whatever you want, that's fine with me. So then they got to talking about the 50-50. And, she said, she was talking about the finances. She said, basically, she's really bad with money and she didn't have any money saved. She wanted to go to Europe. And she was like, well, I have my credit card. Well, somebody who has a right relationship. Remember, we talked about that yesterday, for both men and women, not to marry somebody that has a wrong relationship with money. She said, well, I got my credit card. Well, how many of you know if you had a right relationship with money, if you've disciplined yourself in your finances, first of all, you would have some savings, unless you got laid off and you've used up all your savings. That's something different. You would have some savings. And if you can't pay for a trip to go to Europe, you wouldn't go, with the exception of, you have those reward cards. Like we have reward cards, both my husband and I, and we'll use the credit card, but then we'll pay it off right after we come home. But we'll get all the points. Like this year I'm buying stuff on Amazon. I haven't paid for anything out of my pocket because I have so many points, okay? So many reward points that I'm using via my credit cards, okay? And so then Jose something that made me look at him like, So she was like, she want to keep everything separate. These are the things you talk about before you get married, right? Dating differently. These are the things you kind of talk about. She wants to keep everything separate and she wants to pay her half. Now, I agree with keeping your personal account, but I also believe in having a joint account. My husband and I, we have a joint account. My husband he provides for us. So in the joint account, none of my money goes in the joint account, but I have access to it. I have a card with my name on it. I have access to it, okay? And so Jose said, well, I want us to have one account. Everything goes in one account, and then we pay the bills, and then whatever is left, then you take out or whatever you need. And she was like, well, that sounds like an allowance. No, ma'am, not when I'm working. No, sir. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I totally agree with Rachel on that part. If they agree to go 50-50, because this is what she wants, this is not what Jose wants. If they agree to go 50-50, whatever her 50% is, that's what should go in the joint account. And whatever is left over, she keep it in her separate account. If that's what the agreement they're going to come up with. So let me know what you know about that. I just feel like Rachel is not ready to be married. She wants to be single. Everything she says, she wants to be single. And I'm like, why did you want to get married? Because in marriage, a husband is to provide and to protect and to provide. This one, of course, we come to find out that Zach and Michaela, Zach has the COVID. And Michaela just didn't seem to understand that he has the COVID, ma'am. You can't sleep with him. You can't ride him. You can't do none of that stuff. You need to keep your distance. As a matter of fact, you need to go and find you another hotel room or something, or he needs to lock himself in the bedroom that has the bathroom in it because he has the COVID. He tested. Zach tested, he was positive, and she tested, she was negative. Well, honey, she decides she's going to go home. But let me say this. I thought about it last night. I don't know if she's going home because she just, I want to be with my husband. I can't be with my husband, so I'm going to go home. Or did production send her home? It didn't sound like production sent her home. It sounded like she decided to go home. because she can't be with him, she can't touch him, and F COVID and all of this stuff. Now, this is a pandemic, right? This is a pandemic. You know, you try to be as safe as you possibly can, but you know, stuff happens. Just like I told you about my coworker, her we were getting tested at my job every 2 weeks. I don't think her fiance was getting tested. I went to work Monday, Tuesday. I'm usually off on Wednesday, and I felt in my spirit that I needed to take off Thursday, Friday. Well, Saturday morning, her fiance woke up to fever. He got tested. They both got tested. She was negative. He was positive. Well, Monday, she started having a fever and went back and got tested, and she was positive. And so, of course, you know, they have to do the back trace, but because I wasn't at work, you know. So, you know, it's a pandemic. Stuff happened. Unfortunately, anybody could get sick. We just have to do the best we possibly can do to wear our mask, social distance. That's all I'm going to say. Anything else, you go talk to your doctor. Nobody know where I stand on the thing, okay? Nobody in YouTube land, with the exception of my family, my doctors, and maybe a couple of people at the job. Okay, but I don't talk about it on my channel, on my YouTube. If you go on my Facebook, you will not know, because I think that's a personal decision. I really believe that's a decision you make for you, your family, talking to your doctor that you trust. Okay, I've been with my doctor for 27 years. I love her. I know her, and so we take the advice of our doctors. Okay. And so I just didn't like her attitude. It's like she did not understand. Michaela did not understand that he is sick. You need to stay social distance. And he's like, I can't even mentally be with you. It's like she did not understand. This is why I like those old vows. In sickness and in health. Now, I like to say sickness you did not cause, okay? You went out there and you got HIV, baby, you're on your own. I'm just letting you know. You go out there and get some kind of herpes or some kind of sexually transmitted disease, that's on your own. I don't want to hear it. Get down. You just need enough strength to come on down to the courthouse and give me my divorce, okay? No, she was acting like, well, no, I want to be with him. I want to be with my husband. I'm going back. He gonna stay here. And I'm like, if your husband is sick, why are you leaving him? Shouldn't you stay there, even if it's to talk to him through the room, through the wall, and encourage him? Get on the phone, call everybody, you know, the old church saints, to pray for your husband. No, she's getting on the plane going back to Houston. Again, let me say this. I don't know if production sent her home. It didn't seem like that. It didn't seem like production sent her home. It just sounded like, well, I can't be with him. I can't hear him, so I'm just going to go on back home to Texas. I didn't get married to be sick. All this stuff she was saying wasn't, oh, production sent me home. It was, I'm being selfish. And I didn't get married to be single. Ma'am, even if you was home and he got the COVID, you have to social distance. You know, God forbid, we have to social distance. One of us, God forbid, my husband had to go out all day yesterday. If he gets sick, he gonna have to go to a hotel. Because the baby is not going to understand. You can't see daddy. You can't talk to daddy. You can't touch daddy. You can't hug daddy. You can't sleep in the same bed with daddy. Okay, so all this stuff Michaela was saying sounded like she was being selfish. It didn't sound like production, but it could be production sent her home. Because you know some of y'all come over here talk also about you attacking the black woman. Even though she said what she said on the TV camera. Okay. Bow and Johnny. Oh, I love this couple. I want them to work. But we are starting to do what? Gather the data. Who was it that says Johnny needs to come on over and have some chocolate? Yes, honey. Johnny, we welcome you over in the Black community. Do you like Black girls, Johnny? Because we are loving Johnny over here. He's just so wonderful. Oh, he's just so sweet. And I just love their time together, their interaction. And I love that he went shopping and to get her something to wear to their date. And it was just absolutely beautiful. And of course, he asked Mr. Tambourine to go with him, and Mr. Tambourine was breaking it down. And they were on the beach and they were talking. And, what I don't like, Johnny, and those of you ladies who say this, oh, I've never done anything like this. Oh, I would have never done anything like this. I didn't like that. So they were on the beach and they're having a cute little romantic date. And he got the champagne that she liked. And I can't remember it right now, but my husband has gotten it for me. What was the champagne again? Mike is so serious. I don't have the strength to call him. And he was telling her, I really like you. And, he was being all romantical and stuff. And he was like, it's okay. Stop, ladies. Stop shooting yourself in the foot. And if you don't feel the same way, then it's okay. Stop putting words in their mouth. Don't put words in the man's mouth, okay? Say what you need to say, ladies, and be careful what you say. Shut your mouth and let him lead. And then respond. So he's talking, and she's going in. She's going in, and I'm like, oh, she's about to kiss her. She's like, I feel the same way. And I'm like, no, this is not a corporate business meeting. This is not a business meeting. Who was it? This is so masculine. Bow. She has no kind of romanticism inside of her. How is the man gonna break down and tell you how he feel and he like you? And you gonna say, I feel the same way. And I thought she was gonna go in for a kiss, girl. Oh, bow. And I am happy that she finally moved the pillow. I just couldn't believe she still sleep with the pillow inside of her. Between them. I just can't with her. Anyway, move along. These two here. So this show started out with them being down at the community pool, with all the people dipping in the community pool. And Marla wasn't at the pool. So I'm like, well, where was Marla? Marla, where was you? Oh, you didn't. Your pool was bad. I probably wouldn't want to be dipping in the community fake beach either. But Marla didn't come down, Marla. And I felt like you should have come down, with the exception on if, maybe you wasn't feeling well, or maybe you were working or something. Because I was reading something that, people like Marla is still working, because you could work over the computer. So maybe she was working. They didn't say why she didn't come down, but so I don't know. It could be because she was working, could be she wasn't feeling well, or it could be she just didn't want to hang out at the pool with all the old people dipping in the pool. So they're talking, and Gil is running his mouth like a faucet. Gil is so feminine. I just don't understand why he's so feminine. Well, I understand why he's so feminine. And he's talking about who kissed, and these two start kissing and carrying on. And, he's talking bad about Marla. And here comes Miss Brett running her lips. And all of a sudden, I didn't like her. Brett, because I just feel like that was none of your business for you to tell Gil how she was at the bachelorette party at the meetup that she said she wasn't going to kiss. And why is that your business to tell him? Why are you running your lips to somebody else's husband and not minding your husband, Brett? I don't like that about you. I don't like it. That's your problem. You talk too much, okay? But anyways, he's running his mouth and just being all feminine and girly and stuff, because we the women that talk much like that. And so then they went back and they went on a date, and he had on this tweed jacket, honey. And Florida is hot. Let me tell you, Florida Florida will never be cold enough for you to wear a tweed jacket. He's looking like he's from The Sopranos or what's that show Lexi like to watch? What's the brother Lexi? What's the name of the singing brothers you like to watch? What's the Five Heartbeats? Five Heartbeats with glitter. Looking like he's in the Five Heartbeats with the tweed glittering jacket. And I'm like, girl, boy, what? What is that you have? Looking all cheap, looking all shine. Marilyn's looking real pretty and cute in her dress. And I thought, oh, her shoes, girl, I love me a good pair of shoes, right? Well, a pretty pair of shoes, not necessarily that it's good. Her shoes was beautiful. Did y'all see that pair of shoes, girl? Yes. And then he had the little cookies out, and he was like, this is fancy cookie. And I'm like, how fancy cookies? Because it's at the supermarket. And he's talking about, well, this fancy cookie, I just love me the same old cheap. She should have put cheap in their chocolate chip cookies. That's 99 cents at the dollar store. I tell you, he is just so cheap, and he's talking about she's high maintenance, and she's like, you think I'm high maintenance? And he was like, yeah, I think you're high maintenance. She's like, no, this is just the way I live. But you see, he's high maintenance because she'll pay $2.99 for some cookies. Well, he only want to pay 99 for it. But anyways, girl, I'm just sick of them already. I'm sick of his cheap feminine voice. And so there was going on another little date. Everybody had a date today. I forgot to tell you, these two went fishing. And these two I forgot what they did. I wasn't interested. I was sleepy by then. And she, it was a parasail or something, I don't know, in the helicopter. And she was like, she has motion sickness. I have that too. It's bad. Let me tell you, it's terrible. Motion sickness is terrible. But my thing, Merla, if you know you have motion sickness, why you didn't bring the pills with you, man? Why you didn't bring the patch or the pills? I have the pills, and I've been good. I've been good in the last year and a half. I haven't had an episode. Vertigo. And so they came back. They had a good time. But, I'm just kind of tired of them, and I just can't be bothered. Anyways, girl, this couple here. Brad and Ryan. I told y'all he don't like her. He just want to hit it and go about his business. And they went to the massage. Their date was to have a massage date. Or did they go somewhere else after that? Girl, I don't remember. And they're talking about intimacy. And he's like, I want it earlier than later. And she's like, well, I'm trying to get to know you. And they're talking about kids and all this stuff. And I thought she said initially she didn't want to have kids. She said she didn't want to just be a mom. She wanted to have a family. She's fine. But then he said he want kids now, but not right now, as in at this table now. But I thought she initially said she did not want kids. Because, women, when we start getting 30s and stuff, and we figure it's not happening, we kind of put it in our head that, okay, well, we don't want to have it. And my doctor told me, Black women, we can keep trying until we're 44. I don't know about other women, okay? That's why I go to my doctor's a Black woman, okay? I don't know about other women. Which is why I'm still trying until 44, because I'm 44 in October. So they had a cute little date, and then they went out for dinner or something. He looked really nice. I just wish he would shave. He needs to shave. His beard looks so untamed. Him and Zach, their beard looks so untamed. And I wish he could shave and untane. And then they went on the what's that thing they went? The hammock. Oh, it was cute. I like her dress she was wearing was pretty. Her boobs was covered up. Because see, she has a lot of boobs that you can't let out the fence. Okay, you gotta keep them girls in the fence. Okay, you don't have the boobs, Brett, that you could just wear the wedding gown that you wear. It didn't look right. I'm just letting you know, girl. Okay, and they go swimming. I forgot to mention that with swimming girl, and I was like, please tell me that she shaved her bikini line, because you know she's the girl that she don't care what she look like. See, Brett is the type of girl that will go in the pool with all the cobwebs sticking out. Spiders. She's the girl that will go in the pool with around all the men with the spiders sticking out of her bikini. And it's just terrible. But anyways, they had a cute little day and they sat there and they talked. And I'm just thinking like he just want to hit it. As soon as Ryan hit it, he's gonna be checked out. And he's ready to hit it now. And she's like, well, you know, it's been 2 years. And I'm like, I'm thinking Ryan is like, 2 years. I just want to hit it. I bet you as soon as Ryan hit it, honey, he going to stop putting any kind of effort in trying to get to know her. Because, you know, that's what they want. And he did mention, he said, you know, it's been 2 years for her. It means more to her than it does for me. But that's meant for y'all, ladies. That's why I tell you. When I tell y'all, take the cookie off the table, honey. Because it means a whole lot more to us than it does to them. Did I get everybody? But you know, I'm going to come back and break down all the couples and talk in detail about them. And then y'all saw the previews. I'll do a preview review later, maybe later today. And so let me know what you think about the episode last night. Go on Allegedly Janice. If you are not subscribed to Allegedly Janice, please be sure to run over and do so. That is my backup channel that I'm trying to get approved. So I need your help to subscribe and run those videos for me. And let me know what you think about last night's episode. And honey, I'm going to come back and talk about the previews for next week. Because baby, and we didn't see enough Zach and Mikhail in the previews, right? I didn't see them. Did y'all see them? Because baby, the stuff is the funk is gonna hit the fan next week. Okay, all right. I love you, babes. I have to run. My time is going out. Remember to check out my books on Amazon and of course my shirts on Etsy. Love you, love you, love you. Remember, we are dating differently. Stop meeting men and jumping in. You don't have the data to make that decision. And you know what? You know what I was thinking about Gil is he is in my book, Mr. Explanation. You know what it is about him? He just cannot believe that Merla is not into him. It is so obvious that Merla is not into Gil. And I'm like, why isn't he realizing that she's not into him? She has, who said it in the comments last night? She has friend-zoned him. He thinks he looks so good that he just can't believe a woman don't want him with all his razor bump, pussy bumps coming in. Ew. He just can't believe it. That's his problem. He's Mr. Explanation in this book. And he's still bugging her for a kiss. Sir, she's not interested. She don't want you. All right, I have to run, baby. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye.